Nationals hosting the Phillies, and the Phillies are minus 120 on the money line. The Nationals are plus 100. Over under 8.5 runs. The Phillies laying a run and a half on the run line are plus 140, meaning if you bet them that way, they have to win by 2. While the Nationals getting a run and a half on the run line are minus 120, meaning if you bet them that way and they win this game outright, you win. They lose by 1, you win. Now, head-to-head, the home team 7-3. The Phillies are 8-2 against the Nationals in their last 10. The favorite is 8-2 on the money line. The favorite winning these games by 2 runs or more, laying a run and a half, is 8-2. The overs hit in their last 4 games. The over is 8-2 in their last 10. The over 8.5 runs is 8-2. And there's only been one one-run game in their last 10 meetings. Ironically enough, it was the game they played against each other yesterday that the Nationals won 8-7. And their last, Strahm did not pitch against the Nationals either last year or this year. They're 1-2 in the games in which he started. He's averaging 3 2/3 innings pitched and 4.1 strikeouts per game in those games. He started 3 games. He went like 5 1/3, then he went 3 innings, and then he went 2 innings. He struck out 5 batters twice in those games, and then 3 batters once. So he has 13 strikeouts in 3 starts just overall this season. Gore pitched twice against the Phillies last year. 3 innings, no runs, no earned. They won 3-0 in Philadelphia. 5 shutout innings, they won 1-0, and that was in D.C. They are 2-8 as a team with Gore on the mound. They've lost his last 6 starts. He's averaging 5 innings pitched and 6.8 strikeouts per game in those games. So he's a guy that if you want to look at the K line for him, you may want to consider it, just depending upon where the casinos set the line for him. Now, the wind is blowing in towards right center field or from right center field at 12.8 miles an hour. It's blowing in from the right center field wall towards like the third baseline. Just keep that in mind because the wind will change and it may affect the over-under. Now, in the last handful of games overall, they've played each other once this year, which was yesterday, and the Nationals won that game 8-7. The game before that, the Phillies won 8-1. The game before that, the Phillies won 8-2. And the game before that, the Nationals won 13-4. Generally, when these teams play each other, whoever wins by multiple runs. The Phillies have dropped their last 5 games that they've played, and they're 3-7 in their last 10. 2 runs, 5 runs, 6 runs, 15 runs. Shutout in a loss, 1 run in a loss, 2 runs in a loss, 7 runs in a loss. For the Nationals, they've won their last 2 games. They're 2-2 in their last 4 and 5-5 in their last 10. 7 runs, 12 runs, 16 runs, and 15 runs. 1 run in a loss, 3 runs in a loss, 10 runs in a win, 8 runs in a win. I understand that they are... I understand that they're hot. And Strahm didn't pitch against the Phillies. This is probably going to go against everything that the numbers say, because the numbers say hammer the Phillies. But Gore is actually pitching well, and he beat them both times that he pitched against the Phillies, and it's a home underdog. So I'm going to take the Nationals with the money line. I'm going to take the Nationals getting the runs. I'm going to go over only for the fact of every time seemingly recently they've been playing each other, these games have been going over. And I'm kind of hoping that the wind shifts from blowing in to start to blow out, so it'll affect the over-unders. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.